Hi there folks, it's Jonathan Denwood from WP-Tonic, and in this video I'm going to be talking about forms. What are the best WordPress plugins if you need forms on your website? And let's face facts, everybody needs a form on their website. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. Coming back, if you find these videos really useful, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up, and also comment, give us some bloody feedback, folks. It really does help me, and it really does help the channel and WP-Tonic in general. It's much appreciated. So let's go back into it. Everybody needs a form on their website. So what are the best WordPress plugins? First of all, I think we've got to talk about the elephant in the room. Do you need a form plugin? If you're using one of the page builders like Animator, Gutenberg, Divi, there's a host of them out there, Beaver Builder. They're the main four that I would recommend. Now, when it comes to native Gutenberg, they automatic would recommend that you should install Jetpack, the Swiss Army knife of WordPress, and it does have a free contact or form builder as part of the Jetpack plugin. I've got to tell you, I am not a great fan of Jetpack, never have been and probably never will be, but that option is out there for you. So if that's not your cup of tea, and I suggest that it shouldn't be, what are some of the alternatives? Well, the good news is there's some great free solutions. There's solutions that are basically free, but if you can add on additional functionality. There's premier solutions at quite low prices. To say there's a lot of choice out there would be a slight understatement. The other thing I've got to get out is that there's a very popular free plugin called Contact 7. It's been out there for donkey's years. I'm not a great fan of Contact 7 either. I'm not going to go into great depths why I'm not a great fan, but in honesty, my personal opinion, there's much better free solutions out there than Contact 7. One of the problems is, I think, if you want to do anything extra later on, you normally can't do it with Contact 7, and then you're going to have to replace it anyway. So let's start with some of the free basic functionality is free, and then if you need some additional, you can buy add-ons, or you can buy the premier level of this particular plugin. And the two biggies when it comes to the right balance of the free solution not being shackled, i.e. saying that, yeah, it might be free, but you practically can't do anything for you. The two that come to mind is Niger. I always have the problem, Niger forms. They've been around a long time. The free plugin is pretty feature rich. They do have a lot of add-ons as well. Like I say, it's a pretty mature product. It's a quality team. I don't use it myself. Doesn't mean, no, it's not something that you should look at. Another one that kind of about a year or 2 years time flies quickly, that kind of burst into the market and really built a formidable reputation quite quickly, is Fluent Forms. They offer a really fantastic free plugin. They do offer a premier one that does have some interesting add-on functionality, but also I'm just blown away by the quality of their free plugin. I have used that on client projects. It's from the same company that produces Fluent CRM. So the integration between their form plugin and their CRM is pretty tight. And it's one of the main reasons why we use it with client websites. Another one that's a little bit more crippled in my mind, but it still offers pretty good functionality. The free version is WP Forms. One of the problems I have with it, though, is if they're not so generous with the amount of functionality that is offered in the free one. And when you need to utilize one of their premier levels, it can be quite expensive. I say that, but their one website license isn't that particularly expensive. I found it personally get more expensive when you've got multiple websites or your agency. Their pricing can get, to my mind, a bit pricey, which is the opposite of Fluent Forms, where I think their premier is excellent value. Another one that's almost the granddaddy of premier form builders is Gravity Forms. They're from the company Rocket. It's been out there for quite a long while. The darling of developers. One of the reasons why is that the code and the ability to customize it is pretty impressive. It also has the enormous enormous add-on library of third-party developers that have developed add-on plugins for Gravity Forms. There's really hundreds of them out there that can help you do all sorts of things with Gravity Forms. One of the more impressive is Gravity Views. That's a very impressive add-on to Gravity Forms, but there is a lot of quality third-party developers that have built upon Gravity Forms. And that is one of the reasons why it's still very popular. I've got an agency grandfather account with them. It was one of the first premier plugins that I bought when I got into WordPress. I probably will keep that until I probably either give up on WordPress or I die. One of the problems with Gravity was that the interface was really not keeping up with the best of breed. Recently, they had a considerable upgrade, and a lot of the attention was on the actual interface and the core usability and functionality of Gravity Forms. In my opinion, they did a pretty good job. I think it's competitive now. I don't think they did enough to put them in front of the competition like Fluent Forms. Other people would disagree with me, but that's my honest opinion. Another one is Vulnerable Forms, a great small development team, also been on the market for a long time, very credible development team. It's not a plugin that I've utilized at all myself, or for clients, but I have checked it over, and I personally wouldn't have any reservations in saying that you should look at it. There's going to be some more in the notes that support this. We're going to be doing a newsletter, our weekly newsletter that we send out. We're going to be doing a bit of additional content around forms and WordPress plugins. So do sign up for the newsletter. You'll find the link in the video description. Like I say, give us a thumbs up if you found this, and also subscribe to the channel. It really does help me. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.